Alright, welcome. Welcome to the first official, second. I was gonna say welcome to the first official podcast of me, but I actually tried to do like 3 other versions before this. The first one was on my computer. Didn't go so well. The quality was absolutely horrible. You ready to hear this? For context, I almost every time... Yeah, yikes. I don't know if you could even hear it, but it was bad, alright? It was downright terrible, so here is me trying to do another version. Then I'm currently recording this on my phone, so hopefully that has better microphone quality. I've done a few tests. Seems good. Seems good enough anyways. It's good enough for me to use, so that's good enough for me. I am going to continue working through my Lego Ninjago thing, trying to find spelling errors. I did record for about 5 minutes before I was like, oh hey, wait, I should actually probably see if the audio's okay, and it was not, so. I am midway through episode 7, season 2, meaning that if you're gonna be thrown in the wild, so I know it must be very scary for you to not understand the context of the Ninjago episode as I fix spelling mistakes in it. But yeah, I'm basically gonna just be like reading through. I ended up having to listen to like 5 minutes of me talking, and honestly, I do not understand how you find me comforting. Like, oh boys, my my way of talking is just weird. I would just be talking and I'd just be like, I honestly cannot understand how you are able to listen to me talk. Anyway, so this is season 2, episode 7. You shouldn't be spoiled for a long while because, you know, you've seen this episode before. Doubt you remember it, but, you know, that's fine. Ooh, there's a fly. I have my 2 monitors pulled up. Unfortunately, you will not be able to see my screen, which was the hope, but my phone is actively on. What percent is it on? 5%, and it was on 1% as I started recording, so it's plugged in, so it's kind of at a hard position, but hopefully this works. I'm just gonna start talking now. Well, I have been talking. Oh, isn't this off to an interesting start? Alright. Was just there having a crisis, and Misaku's like, Lloyd, you're so much bigger than I remember. I'm gonna fix a spelling mistake here. You're so much bigger than I remember. And Lloyd is obviously very upset and steps away from her. She's just like, I didn't want us to meet like this. Bro, you weren't trying to meet her at all. She says that she has a reason that she's been away, and Lloyd says that he doesn't want to hear it, then runs off. And then I'm gonna add a little note here what says, which is totally fair, honestly. Which is fair, honestly. Better, okay. Which is fair, honestly. I'm just adding my own comments on it because good old Strawberry Jam finds it entertaining, I think. Anyway, meanwhile, I'm gonna just change that to meanwhile, Garmadon's trying to look for this dark island in the Serpentine helicopter, and they've been searching all day and have found nothing. Scales is honestly really tired of him, so Scales points at the ocean and is like, OMG, is that the island? And when Garmadon goes to check, Scales pushes him overboard. Scales and the Serpentine generals go back to Ouroboros, and Scales is now the leader of the Serpentine. Honestly, as he should be. So now that Lloyd's run off, the ninja plus Wu plus Misako are all looking for him. And Misako finds him in this room where there's this sinkhole that doesn't have a bottom. But there are railings around it, though. Picture. And then I provide a picture, of course. Misako says, watch your step. That sinkhole doesn't have a bottom, son. And Lloyd's just like, you literally left me my entire life and now you're calling me son? Lloyd tells her that there's nothing she can say, but she talks anyway. She tells Lloyd that somehow she knew that Lloyd was going to be the Green Ninja, and she didn't want Garmadon and Lloyd to fight. So she didn't So she went to research the prophecy to find a way to prevent the final battle or whatever. How long have we been recording? 5 minutes? I should probably... Did I just accidentally click define she? It's a pronoun. Let's go. A female. A woman. Alright, well. Let me... Oh, my hand is in view. I was gonna say my delicious hand. Oh boy, my scrumptious hand is in view. I'm so sorry you just had to hear whatever words just left my mouth. Alright, well. Bye, I guess. And, if this works, then I will probably include this in the first podcast thing. So, if you're listening to this, hi. It's gonna continue afterwards. This is just like the first test run. It's currently 2:38 a.m. And it is currently the 24th of August. And just in case it's far into the future, then this is in 2022, but I doubt it'll go that far, so. Yeah. Oh, and also, if anybody else, finds this video, if you happen to be lemon or strawberry that come across this video, then just ignore it. This is meant for pineapple. Pineapple exclusively. Actually, I don't care. You can listen to this if you want. Let me know with my commentary. Oh god. Okay, well. Farewell. I will, if this works, then I'll be back to you in about 3 seconds. Bye. Alright, well, it has been exactly 3 seconds. That is a lie. It's been 10 minutes. I've returned, and I have double-checked the audio seems fine. Obviously, the audio is a bit crunchy, but I'm warning that is actually just how my voice talks, which is a very disappointing discovery to me, so, welp. There's not much I can do, though, so I'm just gonna keep going on. I'm gonna do this for, maybe 20 minutes, 10, and then, yeah, I'll put it into CapCut, upload it to the, Fruit family, and, yeah, that's basically it. So, alright, let me just continue. I almost just unpaused my Lego Ninjago, which currently season 11, episode 4, where Zane is about to be eaten by a giant beetle. Isn't Ninjago interesting? I keep putting my elbow in the shot, which you're not even gonna see anyways, but man, it's interesting. Alright, well, let me continue my read-through. I'm gonna continue it. She tells Lloyd that somehow she knew that Lloyd was going to be the Green Ninja, and she didn't want Garmadon and Lloyd to fight, so she went to research the prophecy and find a way to prevent the final battle or whatever. All of the others walk in, and Misaka starts talking about how the first Ninjutsu Master created Ninjago, and Lloyd tells her that he's already heard that story, but she says that they've only heard half of it. More like a quarter of it, honestly. She starts talking about how the first Ninjutsu Master created Ninjago. Honestly, I think you might need a recap. So, the joke is that Jam has literally forgotten the majority of the Ninjago lore, which is very crucial, so I'm going to explain it in a bit more detail. Pretty much, when the first Ninjutsu Master created Ninjago with the four weapons of creation, the golden weapons, shurikens of ice, sword of fire, scythe of quakes, and the nunchucks of lightning. For there to be light, there had to be shadow, and the darkest of shadows was an evil spirit called the Overlord. The balance was at stake, so the first Ninjutsu Master fought the Overlord, but both sides were really strong, and the battle could go on forever. So the Overlord created the Stone Army, an indestructible army that would stop at nothing. The first Ninjutsu Master knew that he couldn't defeat them, so he split Ninjago in two. And since then, there has been no word of the Overlord or his army. The side that was split away from Ninjago where the overlord is called the Dark Island. I actually made a spelling error. It's called the Dark Island, but no one has ever seen it or been to it before. And as long as the balance between good and evil is even, then the overlord will stay trapped in the Dark Island. But Garmadon being all evil can cause the balance to shift, and the overlord will be able to return to Ninjago. So Lloyd, being the green ninja, is the only person who can stop Garmadon and stop the overlord from taking over Ninjago. This does not make Lloyd feel any better. He is still sad. Misako is like, leaving you was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. But between you and saving the world, I had no other choice. But she did have a choice. Why couldn't she have just researched Ninjago, taking care of Lloyd? She sucks, honestly, but she says enough for Lloyd to forgive her. Anyway, the museum is opening, and there's this big version of all those mini-stone figures. It's about 4 people tall, and it has 4 arms, that the museum person is showing off to a bunch of guests. Let me add to a bunch of guests. Unfortunately, the janitor didn't do a very good job of cleaning up the Great Devourer's venom, and a big old glob of it on the roof falls onto this giant stone statue's face, and it comes to life. Yay! Then I provide a picture. According to the wiki, he's called the Giant Stone Army Warrior, but I'll just call him Big Stone Boy. Because I personally believe it's a better name. Big Stone Boy here's the ninja plus Wu plus Misako plus Lloyd, and then I'm gonna add, boy, is that a mouthful. Talking and goes over to the room they're in. To the room they're in. The ninjas see him and realize that this is not a good thing. But because I personally, let me just fix them. Okay. They all try, and fail, to defeat the Big Stone Boy. Lloyd uses his elemental powers and it does nothing. Almost like the indestructible Stone Warrior is indestructible. Good thing we're in a museum. Why's that? Because we're all about to become history. Run! Thank you for that, Jay. The ninja run to another room. The room is filled with dinosaur skeletons. And lock, the door. Which somehow takes the Big Stone Boy 5 minutes to break through. The ninja make a plan that one of this ninja will go in, aka get killed by, the Big Stone Boy, while the rest are able to leave. And they'll decide, and in order to decide too, they'll do rock, paper, clamp. Suddenly, Lloyd gets an idea and says that if they can keep the Big Stone Boy busy, then he can defeat him, and they'll just have to trust him. Then Lloyd runs off into a nearby vent. Sus? I am so sorry for that previous comment. Meanwhile, Garmadon's been washed up onto a beach after being thrown in the sea. I'm going to add the after being thrown in the sea. And he's very confused and feeling very betrayed. There's this forest in front of him, and he can hear some rustling from it. Suddenly there's this voice that's all wonky talking to Garmadon, saying that it's been waiting for him. Garmadon asks who that voice is, where Garmadon is. The voice tells him that this is the Dark Island, and that voice goes by the Overlord. Garmadon instinctively was like, I command you to give me the power to defeat the ninja. The Overlord just started laughing at him. Garmadon's very confused, but the Overlord says that Garmadon will soon have everything that he wants. But first, he has to do a few things for the Overlord. Anyway, Big Stone Boy finally broke through the door and walks into the room with all the dinosaur skeletons. Some of the skeletons are hanging from the roof, and there's no one in sight. Big Stone Boy is confused. Then suddenly Cole jumps out and cuts the dinosaur skeletons down from the roof. And then it crushes Big Stone Boy. The ninja plus Misako plus Wu celebrate. Big Stone Boy stands up. Everyone runs. They hope that Lloyd's ready with his plan. Misako gets separated from the ninja and Wu, and Big Stone Boy chases her. Misako runs and then she finds Lloyd, who's in this weirdly empty room. Misako runs behind Lloyd, who's just kind of standing in the middle of this room, while Big Stone Boy also runs in. Lloyd shouts, "Hey loser, paper beats rock," and jumps out of the way while Big Stone Boy runs toward them. Big Stone Boy is confused, but then the ground beneath him breaks and he follows it to the bottomless pit. Basically, Lloyd put paper covering the bottomless pit so Big Stone Boy would fall in. they couldn't really, mine just broke. Basically, Lloyd put paper covering the bottomless pit so Big Stone Boy would fall in, because they couldn't really defeat him. Misako gives Lloyd a hug and tells him that she's proud of him, and Lloyd's like, then it's a colon, a comma, and then a capital D, so it's like a crying smiley face. The ninja plus Wu walk in, and Wu asks if Misako's going to stay and help the ninja fight Garmadon. Misako asks if that's alright with Lloyd. Lloyd says, the more the merrier. Meanwhile, Garmadon's hashtag struggling, and he's making his way through the forest because the Overlord wanted him to. Garmadon eventually makes his way to the top of this hill, where there is a rock with 4 things to put your hands in. Garmadon asks if it's a coincidence. The Overlord basically tells him to shut up because it's destiny. Garmadon puts his hands in the rock and turns, then the entire island starts shaking. Then the rest of the island rises up from the ocean. Then this is a picture of I'm not tired. I'm not tired. I don't know if you could hear me yawn or not. But I didn't. I definitely did not yawn. And then it's a picture of the island before and after Garmadon was in hands in it. The Overlord and Garmadon both manically start laughing. And that's the episode. Let's go. Alright, so episode 7, season 2, is officially spell checked by me. Yay. Seems entertaining enough. It's good enough for me, so yay. Now, I know what you're thinking. Alright, so on to the next episode. Well, wrong. Because I'm thinking, right? I'm sitting down and I'm thinking, man, wouldn't it be awesome if when you wake up, I have art to show you? Because personally, I find that a really fun thing to do. Like, just waking up and just being like, hey, here's some art. Because I find it fun. So, first, I need some inspiration, right? So, I'm going to go to my good old... I didn't just yawn again. So I'm going on to good old Pinterest to find some poses. Oh my gosh, wait. I opened it. And the first thing is good old Lloyd as a cookie. Oh my gosh, wait. There's everyone as a cookie. Cookie Run Kingdom Ninjago. Oh my gosh, wait. Someone drew the ninja as Ninjago. Oh my gosh. Raindrop cookie. And that's just the way the cookie crumbled. Oh my gosh. Okay, you don't get this reference. So Nia, it's basically Nia as a cookie. She's called Raindrop Cookie. And the thing she's saying, when it says new, is that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Now, while you might be thinking, oh, funny cookie crumble joke. That was the last thing she said before she, actually died in Seabound. That was the final thing she said to the ninja before she left them for a year. Anyways, I'm going over to lava cake cookie, which is coal. Are you saying there's not going to be cake? This is so cool. Blueberry pudding cookie. Alright, who took my pudding That's perfect. That is perfect. Okay. I'm gonna just, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna be looking through Ninjago memes now. Minor crystallized spoilers. Yeah, I know that you wouldn't dare be spoiled by Ninjago. Jay in episode 1. Time ravages us all. Jay in episode 4. Now we're gonna get busted and go to jail. I'm gonna have to make friends with some really scary thugs. It's fantastic. Okay, let me... lava cake cookie, raindrop cookie, green apple mint cookie, which is Lloyd. Fear isn't a word where I come from. That is amazing. That is amazing. That's amazing. I can't. Wonderful. 10 out of 10. Oh my gosh, I saw something that says autumn self-care, and I thought it said autism self-care, and I was gonna be like, oh my gosh, you. Well, here's a redraw of a Ninjago scene. How do I get the venom when his fangs won't come out when he tries to bite me? Then let him bite you. Coal Ghost is... Oh, and then there's, part... then there's part 2, which is... If I get out of here, I'm gonna bite you. And then Cole's just, like, blushing violently and is very confused. Lovely. 10 out of 10. Everything's just Lego Ninjago on Pinterest. Oh my gosh. I'm just looking at all these fantastic Ninjago things. Okay, I'm gonna have to Okay. I'm gonna, censor myself because, honestly, I think that if you ever use this and you are in public and you use me to sleep, first of all, I'm so sorry to anyone else who has to hear this, but I'm gonna censor myself. Bye, Uncle, I'm gonna help the ninjas, and it's Lloyd when he's a little child, and Woo's like, not just like that, you aren't, young man. And then it's Lloyd in season 4 where he has, like, his updated, like, his new outfit, and he's an adult now, and he's like, better? And then Woo's like, yes, slay! Let's go. What's this? Moro? You don't know who Moro is yet? I know you want to. Oh, this one sparks joy, and it shows Moro. This one does not spark joy, and it shows Harumi. Very true. I hate Harumi with a burning passion. Anyways, I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm gonna do pose 2 people. Search in Pinterest. Fantastic. Oh, the first thing I see is 2 men suggestively being on top of each other. Alright. I need a pose with 2 people. How hard can that be? 2 people, not 1, 2 people. Should I be like art? I just put word instead of art. Art. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so we have a pose of 2 people, like, sitting next to each other. Ooh, we have this one. I love this one. Alright. I'm going to start taking screenshots of these. You can't see them, but if I ever finish them, then you'll know. Screenshot. Okay, fantastic. Next one. Oh my gosh, wait, I just realized that there's a save button literally right there in plain sight. No, not save to board. Oh wait, can I not actually save it as... Okay, well fine. Screenshot. Boom. What now? Oh my gosh, why did I just scroll down and there's just a bunch of shirtless men? Oh my gosh. Oh. Why are they just all shirtless? Oh my god, okay. Whatever. Ooh, this is an interesting pose. It's like one person being an angel. Oh my gosh, it's you. Save. Let me go to this one. See if there's any, like, recent. There are so many things with, like, people with wings. Makes me think, oh my gosh, what if one of them was dead? My brain is a bit screwed. These poses are all so adorable. They're adorable. Some of them are very if you know what I'm getting at, but boy, some of these what did I just see? Oh it's getting worse. It's getting worse the more I scroll. What? Oh my gosh. It just got worse. You don't understand. It got worse. Oh god. Let me look for one more pose, and then I am probably going to end it there, and then me drawing will be the next one, because I'm going to split them up. I'm going to put them in a big YouTube playlist, and yeah, I'm going to put it in a big YouTube playlist for you. Okay. One more pose. One more good pose. Please. And then I'll choose the one I want. Got one with YN. Not doing that one. Got one with another person with a shirt off. Another, really? Okay, that's just a child, actually. Please, one more pose. One more. Ooh, a dancing one. Okay, well, I can't draw that, but... Oops, what? Oops, no, I didn't want that. I didn't want that. Please go back to the original. How does that work? How does that work? How... You can have, like, stories here? Huh? Okay. I'm confused. I've got my pose. And, yeah, I hope that'll be it, so... Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Tonight, I'm a fight. Until I see the sunlight. Tick-tock on the clock. But the party ain't stopping, no. Oh, oh, what, oh, oh.